Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. Anthony Joshua is at a crossroad, and any move he makes in his career right now could be perilous to his legacy. Now, before we dissect this further, if you enjoy the content we create on this channel, please do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments in the section below, because I do appreciate how you help the channel grow. Now, Anthony Joshua is in this predicament because, number one, Tyson Fury put him in there, and number two, it was a gamble for not taking the Dubois fight. Now, hear me out. Anthony Joshua decided not to take the Dubois fight because, number one, if he lost against Dubois, that will be it. Literally, that his career is done. Everyone will be calling for him to retire. You know, beaten or knocked out by Dubois twice would be devastating to his career. So he decided to swerve the Dubois fight, you know, and excuses that Eddie Hearn and the team came up with, that he needed to, you know, let his body heal, which could be true. But I just believe that Joshua swerved that fight because he knew that if he had taken that fight and had lost that fight, the implications of him, you know, being done and finished and gone, and the blowback that he would get was going to be massive. So it was the best decision for him to swerve the Dubois fight and wait for the loser against Usyk and Tyson Fury. And of course, Tyson Fury emerged to be the loser in that fight, and therefore the eyes of the public, Turki Al-Sheikh, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, they were all looking to make the Fury fight. 2 fights in 2025, first fight and a rematch. It's going to sell out Wembley. Second fight in Saudi Arabia, everyone makes lots of money, and then maybe both guys retire or decide to do something else within their career. But right now, as of yesterday, Tyson Fury announced his retirement from boxing, which I made a video about, calling it an absolute pathetic way of retiring, which I still think it is. I think Fury just want attention. I think Fury just using this as a way to, you know, negotiate and make more money. So I don't believe it for one bit. But knowing Tyson Fury and having followed Tyson Fury's career so far, I would not be surprised if Tyson Fury decide to string and waste everyone's time, that he decides to retire, quote unquote, in 2025. I will not be surprised if Tyson Fury decide to literally not fight Joshua, not fight anyone in 2025, because he wants to, you know, just waste time and really waste Anthony Joshua's time or Eddie Hearn's time, or just, you know, decide to do what Tyson Fury does. And so where does that leave Anthony Joshua? Because the Tyson Fury fight is a legacy fight for both of them, right? So if Joshua gets in there and absolutely splatters Tyson Fury, that's an incredible win on his resume. And again, that is a fight against his rival that he's beaten. If Tyson Fury goes in there and absolutely smashes Anthony Joshua to bits and win that fight, all of a sudden, everyone talks about how he beat, you know, one of the best fighters, within his generation, his main rival, and that looks good on Tyson Fury's CV. So both fighters, from the legacy point of view, need this fight badly. But it just seems as though Anthony Joshua right now, where he stands in his career, the next decision that he makes could be a dangerous one. Because we've seen, Martin Bakole just called him out. Martin Bakole has got a fight, so he needs to focus on F.A. Ajagba. And then, you know, Daniel Dubois has got the fight with Joseph Parker, so he's not going to fight Daniel Dubois. So who does Anthony Joshua fight now? Because right now, do Anthony Joshua take the risk and go fight someone like, you know, a Zhile Zhang after the fight with Caballero? Or even Caballero, if Caballero wins his fight against Zhile Zhang? That's a risk. I feel like at this point in Anthony Joshua's career, he's looking for legacy-defining fights, i.e. the Tyson Fury fight or the rematch with Daniel Dubois, and if he's able to do a job on Daniel Dubois, he can claim, I lost the fight, but I went in there and I won the rematch, and I reclaimed my dignity. So it is a very, very, very difficult situation that Anthony Joshua finds himself in, because what does he do now? Who does he fight next? Because every move, as I said, at the beginning of this video, could be perilous to his legacy. And right now, it feels as though him and his legacy are both at a crossroad, and it is one where he has to make the right decision. Who does he fight next? What move does he make next? And how does that, define his legacy at the end of the day? Because he's not getting any younger, right? Joshua's not getting any younger. Fury's not getting younger. Usyk is not getting any younger. So they need to get a move on, and they need to fight the fights that they need to fight to be able to secure or have a legacy where they can look back on and go, I'm proud of this, or the fans can have a debate about in the barbershops, wherever. So I think it's really important for Joshua to make the right decision. But I just feel like if the Fury fight is not on the table, given the way Fury is behaving at the moment, and if he doesn't come back in 2025 to fight Joshua, if he decides to retire, which I wouldn't put it past him to do, who does Joshua fight next? Would Joshua wait for Dubois versus Usyk to try and fight the winner? Because then people are going to complain because he does not deserve, if he hasn't beaten Dubois, he does not deserve a world title shot, right? Does he wait for Bakoli, who called him out, to beat Efe Ajagba and then set up a massive fight in Africa, in Nigeria or in Congo? Because that would be an absolutely incredibly massive big fight in Africa if Joshua and Bakoli get it on. Or does he wait and fight a Joseph Parker, for example, if Parker loses to Dubois, which is not much of a risky fight because Parker does not have the power to turn Joshua's lights out like the way Dubois has, or Bakoli has, or Zhile Zhang has if he catches Joshua flush on the chin. So it's an interesting situation. It's a fascinating position that he finds himself in. But I want you guys to let me know what you think about this. What should Anthony Joshua do next? Who should he fight next? How should he move next? Because the next decision that he makes within the next fight will determine his legacy, or will sort of add to his legacy. So what should he do next? Who should he fight next? Should he wait for Fury? Should he wait until Fury, becomes satisfied to be able to come out of retirement to fight him? Or should he move on to fight somebody else? And who should that person be? I'm really interested to know what you guys think about this, because I think it's really interesting if you look at the heavyweight division currently, and the fights that could be made. Where do you think Anthony Joshua should go from here? As always, guys, I appreciate your support for the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.